REBT holds the strong view that your self-worth is not dependent on only one thing, that you're too complex to be rated. In trauma survivors, however, the sense of self and the very basic identity is shaken a lot of times. How can we teach them how to question irrational beliefs? So again, let's go back and look at what we're dealing with. If you have somebody with a history of trauma, in other words, complex trauma, they've had multiple incidents, or they've lived in a very stressful, toxic environment, or they've had repetitive minor stresses throughout their life, minor adversity throughout their life, they're going to be more in the complex range than the single incident range of how do you approach treatment. So REBT is a really good model, but for REBT to be maximally effective, they have to be able to access their executive functioning. They have to be able to think clearly, be self-reflective and self-evaluating, and question themselves. People that have come in with trauma histories are not going to be able to do that for a long while. You have to get them regulated well enough before you can use any cognitive model of treatment. So this would be whether it's REBT, CBT, cognitive processing. You don't start those until they are well-regulated individuals. So that's kind of we kind of talk about that a lot in different trainings, but so you wouldn't teach them to question these practices. You wouldn't teach them to look for irrational beliefs, because if they are not regulated well and you ask them to look at how they're irrational, they're going to feel shamed and they're going to feel like you're blaming them for this rather than helping them be able to regulate themselves so they can do this. So REBT, I've seen REBT work and trauma work, but not until the person has really had a lot of direct practice at regulating themselves for a while. And I think that's important to be able to get a handle on.